You're listening to the world's #1 improvised podcast, if we don't count the others. This is the Be Right Back Show, and here's your host, David Vader. Hello and welcome to the Be Right Back Show. My name is David Vader, and I am not related to Darth Vader, primarily because he's a fictional character. Otherwise, I probably would be, because the names are the same, and that's the only thing that denotes family, according to me. Anyway, my special guest is also like family. He is part of the Improv Pit house team. Here we do shows every Thursday, and he's part of that team. Please welcome Tommy G.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here.
How are you, man?
I've been really good. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thanks for coming on. You're an improv guy. How long have you been doing improv?
I've been doing improv for about 7 years now.
7 years. Did you try it as part of a psychological experiment?
Yeah, I suppose I was doing acting classes back in the day, but doing that with a full-time job is really difficult. So I decided to take up improv instead. And I always enjoyed things like, whose line is it anyway? So I decided I wanted to try that out, and it works well with a full-time schedule.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just kind of gravitated down that path. 7 years later, I'm still here.
Hell yeah, man. Wow, you've been doing it so long. Because I thought I would just do a class, the 8-week course that kind of leads to one performance and then call it. I was like,
that's usually how it starts.
Yeah, because
you start with one of those, and then after that, you just get hooked because it just you realize how much fun it is and how liberating it is getting out of your comfort zone, being up on stage. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Do you still remember those first lessons and kind of what they taught you, rather?
A lot of the earliest lessons were just about, being in out of your comfort zone, yes and is the notion, and making your scene partner look good, and just building on it bit by bit.
Yeah, okay. I distinctly remember the first lesson. I kind of came in with preconceptions, like, how do I make sure I nail this from the get-go? How do I make sure I'm funny? And the first lesson really was, don't try and be funny. It was
absolutely. Absolutely. Don't be funny is super important. It sounds counterintuitive, but the more you try to be funny, you end up being gaggy, and it just feels forced.
Yeah. And you can always tell in a performance when someone says a line that they think is funny, and they're like, build it up, and they say it, and it falls flat because they tried to ham it up.
Yeah. Well, I suppose it comes from the notion of you're trying to build something bit by bit, and by building a relationship, by having a strong point of view and connecting with your partner, you'll find moments of surprise, and that's usually where the best comedy comes from when it comes to improv.
Yeah, that's fantastic, man. I'm really looking forward to diving more into a conversation with you about improv. But I do want to know, those first performances that you did. I assume you did a course and then a performance similar to what I did.
Absolutely. Yeah, I did a few levels of workshops. I did it at a few different schools as well.
Yeah.
And then I finally settled here with the Improv Pit with a show called Improv Attacks Humanity.
Okay, yeah.
And that was a show that we actually toured around Australia.
Oh, cool, man. So you were part of was it Fringe festivals?
It was the Fringe Festival in Adelaide and in Perth, and then we did the Melbourne Comedy Festival as well.
Wow. That's great, man.
Sorry, I'm getting a call. I'm going to have to take this. A bit of an emergency. Sorry, just give me a second. I'll be right back. Hello?
I don't know why this keeps happening. I put all this effort in to make sure that guests show up on time and we can interview them, and it keeps happening. They have to leave all of a sudden. This show goes out live. I can't reschedule. I don't have time to. There's no such thing as editing in my. I'm going to try see if I can get a man off the street here. Excuse me, you sir. Could you come in? Could you come over here, please? Just come around and. Yes, take a seat, please, sir. I'm wondering if you can help me fill a little bit of time. What was your name?
Hello, I am Jean-Carlo.
Jean-Carlo.
Si, Jean-Carlo.
Am I pronouncing it correctly, Jean-Carlo?
Close enough.
Close enough. I love it. Where are you from, John?
I'm from Italy.
You're from Italy?
Yes.
You've been in Australia for a long time?
I've been in Australia a long time. Come here just after the war. Make a life here in Australia because it's a nice place. Lots of things very good. Good place to make a good life for yourself from another country.
So I mean, the war it ended in 1955. It's 2025. It was 70 years ago. How old are you, Giancarlo?
It makes me pretty old. I'm about 84.
84.
Yes.
So you came as a little lad, 14 years old.
Very young boy, yes. Come from in Italy, get on the boat quando the war start to happen, have to run, it's very dangerous, troppo pericoloso, you know.
Did you think at the time maybe that Mussolini was right?
Mussolini's not right. That man is very nasty. He's caused all sorts of trouble in Italy. It's make us mad. So much mad that have to leave the country. If someone make you leave your own country, that's no way to make you feel comfortable.
What do you miss about Italy?
I miss everything about Italy. There's so many nice things. The nice food, the pizza, the pasta. You have the good food here in Australia. Melbourne has a very nice food, but it's just not the same.
What's your favourite food in Melbourne?
In Melbourne, there's lots of nice things. One thing I learned from in Australia and Melbourne is the noodles. And not so much the pasta that nonna make, because nonna make the good pasta. The nonni make the good pasta here, but it's not the same. But the noodles like the Chinese people make, the Asian food is beautiful here.
Chinese noodles. That's your favorite food.
That's one of. If I have to have the favorite Australian food or the Melbourne food, that is very nice. But if I had my own personal favorite, I'm like a good pizza.
Good pizza. So you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. We've got an authority on pizza. Just any people that come from Italy are automatically authorities on pizza. And you like Melbourne pizza.
I do. There's I find in Melbourne lots of different types of pizza. You have the pizza more traditional, like the nonni used to make, and then you have the Australian type of pizza. They put lots and lots of things on there, like the pineapples, like the mushrooms, like some they put like the chicken. There's things you not have in a pizza in Italy. Well, you might have different things. And then there's the ones like I go to a restaurant one night and they put gravy, they put beef. It's almost like a pie, but on a pizza.
Would it be fair to say that you're deeply offended?
Very much offended by... You make the ingredients good for a pie, you leave that in a pie, you not put that on a pizza. A broccoli, not get me started on the broccoli on the pizza. Manage miseria.
What's wrong with broccoli on a pizza?
No, broccoli, asparagus, they're good vegetable, but not belong on the pizza.
Why not? I mean, if you think about it, pizza has evolved over the centuries. I don't want to get into a whole debate with you about pizza, but pizza, it's a vehicle for the toppings.
A pizza is like a nice base, but to have the good pizza, it needs love. It needs a lot of attention. It needs the right ingredients to make it shine. You put things that not quite match, the pizza tastes sad. Like broccoli on a pizza is sad. If we talk about the noodles that the Chinese, the Japanese make, broccoli belong there. It bring out the flavor nicely. But you put the broccoli, you put asparagus on the pizza, it tastes like sad. It tastes like very sad thing to have. Pizza is a happy food, but broccoli, asparagus, no good.
I like the idea of the tasting notes of a food being emotions, because you can describe any meal just based purely with the emotions that you taste.
Absolutely.
So you taste a bad pizza with broccoli on it, which would be a terrible pizza, and that tastes sad. What did your nonna used to make?
My nonna used to put the right ingredients, the sauce made from home. That's something that everyone get together every few months. We have the full production line. You boil the tomato, you boil it, you then strain, you then put it through the machine, the juice, and a little bit of basil, a little bit of pepper. The sauce come out magnificent. That shows love from the whole family, and that's what makes the perfect base. Then after that, you put the nice cheese. The cheese is very important. The good mozzarella give it the good flavor. You put things like the cheese with the plastic on the top. That tastes like sad because it tastes like a machine make. Whereas this is something that you grow from home.
I'm trying to get a sponsor from Kraft Singles, so let's not go down that rabbit hole. Kraft Singles is elite cheese and triple-treaters.
Don't say that to my nonna. She can give you the backhand. You say that, Manaya.
What's the strangest thing about your life at the moment, Jean-Carlo?
The strangest thing about be here in Melbourne is what I do to keep myself busy. I'm always do lots of things. Paint the walls, fix the halls, do things in the garden. Things that an 84-year-old man has to do because I'm not like you young men who can go out to the party all the time. So I know, you go to the party, you have the drinky, lots of things get exciting. But, as an old man, there's not much excitement in your life. All you do is watch the things on the TV. It's a little bit sad, but this is what happens when you get to this age.
84 years old, so you're not going out drinky anymore?
Not as much as I used to. And Giancarlo is a younger man. He could drink you under the table. But now, the liver not work as good. Have to go to the toilet a few times, and you not even start.
Wow. As a young man, Giancarlo, he's just arrived in 1950s to Australia. He's drinking up a storm because presumably he's reached 18. What sort of misadventures did young Giancarlo get into?
Well, most of the adventures is try to find a place where you can communicate because young Giancarlo not speak much English. So try to talk to the bars. No, you not speak the English, not drinky for you. So sometimes what they do is they put the drink on the table. You try to get the one that is there because you don't understand how to communicate. So you end up with who knows what.
So do you still go around to restaurants stealing drinks off tables?
Well, I not steal them, but if I'm no thief. But if someone offer, I not say no either.
Yeah, but I'm thinking the way you're describing it is if there's maybe it's not called stealing, so pardon me, I'm not calling you a thief, but you do walk around tables, and if there's a drink, it's abandoned, you just go ahead and drink it.
Well, if you're going to throw it out, that's a problem because, when we come from the war, everything is scarce. There's not much around, so you have to take what you can get. So for Giancarlo, he's grown with this notion, the thought of not throw anything away.
So one thing that I love to do when I walk around the neighborhood is if there's a hard rubbish pile, pile of rubbish that someone's left out, I'll slowly walk past and see if there's anything cool in there. And occasionally I've found some cool stuff. Do you kind of take this same attitude when you're walking around restaurants? Do you just see a drink and you're like, you know what, maybe I'll help myself to that?
Well, look, it depends on what's there, because if it's a pizza half eat, I'm not going to eat something somebody spit out because that's
Giancarlo,
disgusting.
Be honest. You've eaten discarded pizza.
Of course.
Yeah. So let's get real here for a second, because I feel like we've touched on something very interesting, and I want to dive into that a little bit. You really feel like the food that is left abandoned, and the drinks, more importantly, they're yours to take.
Of course, because you not leave something behind. Someone put a lot of love into make the pizza for you, make the pasta, and pour the right drink to make the whole meal complete. If someone leaves something behind, that offends Giancarlo. So, of course, if something left behind, I want to feel the love that the chef had for that person. And that's why Giancarlo take what's left. And sometimes it's good, and other times you find that there's not so much love in this one. And you think, maybe that's why this person left this pizza behind, because there's no love in that one. But this one, oh Madonna, the love here is fantastico. So Giancarlo eat everything that's left and finish every drink that's there every single drop. Even if I make Giancarlo drunk or go to the toilet 5 times after, it does not matter.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. So it makes perfect sense. I mean, you want to make sure that the food doesn't go to waste. It's been created by a chef with love.
That's right. Is in the war, you not have this good food. You have things from the can. You have things for the scraps from the bin. No. Giancarlo remembers a time when this is all you eat for a week. So no, you not leave nothing to waste.
So I mean, Melbourne has a thriving restaurant scene. Shout out to all the great restaurants here. Just imagine doing a shout out to non-specific things. But I am curious. We've got an amazing restaurant scene.
Why you shout? Why you always shout?
Oh, it's a shout out is it's a colloquial term for encouraging someone.
You want me to shout? I can shout.
No, Jean-Carlo, please. It's absolutely fine. Right. Jean-Carlo can shout another time. We've got mics right in front of us, so you're right in people's ears and on a video as well.
Oh, hello.
Yes.
Hello.
But I am curious, Giancarlo. You are amazing. You've got an amazing perspective on the world, particularly of food. Melbourne has a great scene. What do
you seen in Melbourne?
Like the Melbourne restaurants are great. What's the best restaurant to scavenge from?
To scavenge.
Sorry, that's the term I'm using for when you walk past some food that you like and you can just help yourself to it.
The one I like the most is I like to visit a 400 gradi because I find their pizzas made with lots of love, and so many make with love. And because the crust is so puffy, a lot of people don't like the crust. So Giancarlo can have a full meal from this crust here.
Absolutely. I mean, that's...
sometimes you go to a place like La Porchetta. La Porchetta have lots of variety. And this was started by a man who have a lot of love for pizza. Even the pasta, each noodle make a specific. So when you feel the noodle make specific, that's why you want to enjoy every minute.
You want to enjoy every minute of the noodle.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Some of the noodle in the pasta, you take more time because you enjoy the love that you feel from the noodle. Other ones, it feel like sad. Like the ones you buy from a supermarket, this tastes like sad.
Yeah, okay.
Noodles, every one of the same, it's probably come from the machine. Everyone different, everyone broken, everyone one too thick, one too thin. This one more special because more made by hand.
So is something that's made from love, like a pizza that's made from love, is the love the emotion that the person is feeling as they're making the pizza, or is it the quality of the pizza? Because it sounds to me like you're really hyper fixated on the emotion behind food.
Well, Giancarlo grow to think it's a bit of both, because if you love what you do, you love it more when you put the good ingredients in. And when you put the good ingredients, it shows. You love what you do, you love the ingredients you use, and then it make a beautiful relationship with you and the pizza. And then you have the most enjoy, because that's when it tastes the best. But if you use the cheap things from Coles, you use the cheap things from the Woolworths, or even the $2 shop, you not use things properly, you just throw together and cook for too long, that's when you not feel love, it feel a rush. You know what I mean? Rush too quickly.
Do you shop at Woolworths or Coles?
I like to shop at Mediterraneo. I shop at
Oh, you're going to like a luxe specialty store.
Of course, that's where you get the best ingredients. And when I cook for my wife, I want to show her that I still love her after 60-something years. So I cook with the good ingredients,
Have you ever noticed that in these stores, the specialty stores, or even Coles and Woolworths, There's a lot of food that's just left on the shelves that you can go ahead and just take.
Of course, you go late at night. I'm not saying I know shop called Woolworths. There's very good shops too. They have very nice things there on some of the aisles. Sometimes, it's nice to go in late at night because
and just take what you want.
Of course, no one look. The older you get, no one suspect because they think as an older man you're a bit stupid. They think a bit silly because you're a bit confused. I'm sorry, I'm not understand. Where do I find the bread? Where do I find the cheese? And then you sneak a couple of things in the bag and no one look.
That's not stealing. That's just taking because it's not getting used.
If they're going to throw out, Giancarlo put a couple away for a little bit later.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that seems totally fair. Do you ever get busted by someone and then you just claim, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm a bit old"?
All of the time. Someone go, okay, excuse me, sir, excuse me, mister, not touch that, man, because you make the. I'm sorry, I don't understand. I'm old man. Sorry, I'm confused. Is
amazing.
Is this the toilet?
Yeah, that's incredible. Throwing the line where you're in the middle of an aisle, pocketing produce. Throwing the line out there of "Is this the toilet?" That surely would seal the deal that someone thinks you're just.
No one going to argue with someone have to go to toilet, or even someone get confused. Look, Mr. Giancarlo, where's your home? I say, I have a 3 home. Which one? The one with the grandkids, the one with the wife, or the one the holiday home somewhere else? Which one?
Yeah, so when they inevitably stop you and call the police or security and they ask for your address, you can just give them a fake one. Because
usually, I don't think it's a come to the police. I don't want to call the police involved.
Usually they don't call the police because you don't even know. You're making out like you don't even know.
Of course, I don't know where is these things here, but sometimes Giancarlo know.
Yeah, Jean-Carlo knows. I mean,
knows.
Jean-Carlo is a master of procuring fine foods. That's what I understand. You need food to be made with love, and when you're walking past a plate on a restaurant or a drink at a bar or just down the aisles of Coles and Woolies, all of this stuff is there for you to take. And I feel like it's the Jean-Carlo way to just go ahead and take what you want.
Well, if we put the name to it, then it's the Giancarlo way. I don't think these things, but not bad. Sometimes a restaurant you see when the meal is sad not because the meal not make with love, but sometimes the people is sad and they leave too early, so maybe Giancarlo take that home for wife. He have the sad meal. You have the sad meal. I have the good one.
That's lovely. I mean, you're looking out for your wife. And how long have you guys been married for?
About 61, 62 years.
So you met her in Australia?
Yeah, in Australia, yes.
She's Italian too?
She's Italian girl, just like me. Well, I'm a man, she's a woman. Very nice. Go to one night, bit of drinky. Go to one of the bars where they play the songs Italiani. One thing happened, another thing happened, and then.
What was the third thing that happened?
Well, I find a ring to give.
You married her on this. That's it. You married her.
Well, of course. This is what you do in Italy. When you find the good girl, you put the ring, and then you get married, and then 62 years later, she's still there. She's
still there, enjoying your illegally procured foods, meals.
I don't know if she enjoy. She's complaining a lot, but I think
she complains about what the food is not made with love.
Madonna miseria! She's complaining about everything. Oh, Giancarlo, fix the walls. Oh, Giancarlo, this meal is from 3 days ago. Oh, Giancarlo, Sam always complain. I'm loving my wife. She's wonderful, but sometimes I complain too much.
That's amazing, man. Of course she's going to complain if it's, wives complain. That's what they do.
Wives always complain, but the important thing is the wife not leave. Because if it's too bad and she leave, then she knows there's no love, and that's a bigger problem. That's a more a problem, because Jean-Carlo have to then steal more to. The word you use was procure.
Procure, yeah,
Procure.
To gather.
Oh, to gather. Yes, Jean-Carlo have to find the food by other ways if the wife leave, and. The wife do lots of other things, because she bring the grandchildren, she bring the son and his wife. Without that, it's not happy. You know,
Yeah.
You deal with the complaints sometimes, because it's. Lots of other things are more happy than the few complaints about, there's a hole in the wall. I did this 3 days ago. The toilet is still blocked.
Yes, of course. I mean, she's expecting you to fix and uphold the house. Why does your house have so many holes? You said before you spend a lot of time fixing holes.
Because the house is very old. It needs to be fixed from time to time. The garden grow too much. You get the plants that sit over the other plants. Then you get the weeds. They grow over the other ones. It's ongoing. It's always happening. Always have to fix and keep on top, because this is what happens when you buy the house. You live there for 62 years.
It sounds like a lot of work, but I did want to ask, just before I let you go, Jean-Carlo.
I have to go.
I mean, the show is going to wrap up soon. I can actually see Tommy G right at the back there. He's ready to come back in. Just one last question, Jean-Carlo. Do you have any advice for the youth that that maybe want to follow in your footsteps of just taking food off of random plates at a restaurant?
Of course, if you want to take the food now, you have to be much more careful. You have to sneak, because too many eyes is watch, too many things is too expensive. But make sure if you make anything, you make with love, because your wife or your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever you like, they appreciate so much more if you bring love to the house, to the family. Then you're in for a good life. 1 or 2 complaints is all right, as long as not too much.
So it sounds to me like, if I can sum it up, 1, take what you want, whether it's from a restaurant, a bar, or just down at Coles. 2, make things with love. And 3, let your wife complain a little bit, but not too much.
Not take too much from callers, because now too many camera watch. If you're not good at if you're young, they not think you a bit silly, because it's a little bit more difficult when there's too many cameras watch. When with your wife, yes, always treat the wife good, because then she not complain as much, and always do everything with love, because the more love you have, the more happy you have, and that's more important for everything to live your life.
That's wonderful. We'll leave it there. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Jean-Carlo.
You're very nice, man. Thank you very much. I hope your wife will not complain too much.
No, she doesn't at all. Thank you so much.
Paint the walls there.
No worries.
Right,
goodbye.
Fix this thing.
So I can see Tommy G is just making his way back now. Come along, Tommy.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, a bit of a family emergency, but don't worry, we've got everything under control now.
Yeah, everything's okay.
Yeah, of course.
Family emergency, is that like the pool's overflowed or something? Or?
Yeah, pretty much. A bit of a leak in the roof, a bit of someone's worried that it's going to cause some damage, a few bits and pieces like that. But don't worry, it's all sorted.
Unfortunately, we go out live. We couldn't reserve your spot. We have to kind of...
Really? That's a shame, man. I was really hoping to really get into some improv chat with you, Dave.
Yeah, I apologize. We had a special guest come on who was incredible. He was telling us how to steal from Coles and Woolworths. He just didn't call it stealing.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He just walked past down the aisles of Coles and just take what you want.
Yeah.
But because
Good on him.
he was an old man, he was 84. He just basically.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day when I'm 84, I'll be able to get away with that.
I think so, maybe. Just before we leave it there, anything you want to plug? Anything you want to tell anyone about?
Yeah, well, so we run, so with the improv shows I'm doing at the moment, we do these shows at the Improv Pit. We do weekly shows on Thursday, and we're looking to expand this roster as well. We're going to be doing a range of shows, like we do a dating-themed improv show. We're going to do movie-themed shows, and we're going to expand the roster, so please watch this space.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much for joining us here today.
Yeah, you're very
on
welcome.
the Be Right Back show, and we'll be right back.